Hi friends, Cole here. It's Wednesday, July 29th, and I'm back with another midweek message from Selkirk United Church. A few things to pass along to you today. First, some of our regular announcements. I'm back from holidays now, so regular online worship from Selkirk United will be back for this Sunday. All of you who are on our email list will receive your email with a link to the service for Sunday morning. If you're not on our email list, you can find all of our online services on our website, which is www.selkirkunitedchurch.ca. For worship this week, it will be the first Sunday of August, so that means we'll be starting fresh with a brand new list of prayer requests. So if you have someone you'd like us to include in our pastoral prayers for this Sunday, please send those names in to me. You can email me. My email is cole@selkirkunitedchurch.ca. And I'll be sure to include those names in our prayers this week. You have to act quickly though, because the deadline to be included in this Sunday's service is Thursday at noon, which is tomorrow. Also, if you have any celebrations to share with the congregations, whether they be birthdays or anniversaries or any other good news you want to share, send those in to the same email address. Deadline is the same, Thursday at noon, to be included for this Sunday. We also would love to receive some more of your pictures to be included on the congregational page of our website. Pictures of family, pictures of what you've been up to this summer. Send them in to Chris and she'll post them on the website. Her email is chris@selkirkunitedchurch.ca. And we'll have another of our small group discussion gatherings online next week. Those are usually Tuesday, but we'll be switching to Thursday morning next week, 11 a.m. They are 1-hour discussions on Zoom, and you have to register to receive an invitation, so let me know. We'd love to have you join us. It's a great group. We also received a letter from West Broadway Community Ministry a couple of weeks ago that I'd like to share with you all in just a moment. Before I do that, though, I want to tell you a little about a disturbing article I read online last week. It was from a church leader from another denomination, and he was basically lamenting the failure of the church during this time of pandemic. And his theme seemed to be that the pandemic has proven that the world doesn't need religion or the church, at least the way that religion and the church exist in their current form. It wasn't just a lament, he was also challenging his church to do better, to meet the spiritual needs of people, because those spiritual needs have not gone away. In fact, in many instances, they're even more pronounced right now. The article made me stop and reflect on what we are doing as a church in our own little corner of the world, and even the United Church of Canada as a whole. And after some reflection, I found that I agreed with some of what this writer was saying, but not all of it. I think it is an important time to challenge ourselves, to make sure that we are continuing to answer the call of God to truly be the church that is needed for this time that we're facing, not just trying to be the church we've always been. And I think we're actually doing okay with that for the most part. But I also know that we can always do better, and that's where I'd love to hear back from all of you. I'd love to hear your thoughts, your concerns, your prayers, your ideas for how our church can continue to do the will of God and to reach out to those who are most in need at this time. We will only become more faithful if we continue to listen to each other and to our Creator God. So spend some time in prayer this week and do some thinking about that topic this week. I have two other things to share. The first is that letter that I told you about, which I think is actually a wonderful example of how our church is actively listening to the call of God during this time and trying to work through some real challenges, but finding ways to be relevant and to help God's children who are most in need at this time, which is our greatest calling. So let me just read the letter as it is. This comes from the community minister at West Broadway, Linda Trono. It's dated July 9th, 2020. Dear friends, thank you so much for your recent donation to West Broadway Community Ministry. We are so grateful for the support we are getting from so many at this difficult time. For the past 3 months, we have continued to serve lunch, but it is served in a bag out the door from 6 feet away. Conversation is very brief. While people are longing for human connection, we can only offer smiles from a distance and some shouts of encouragement. In every lunch bag there is a letter, so we can share information, offer some words of comfort, a few jokes, and the occasional word search. A local restaurant is providing the lunches through One Just City, and we provide a supplement bag with a few extras. We have started an outdoor coffee service in the morning. This way we can provide some physical as well as human warmth and some much needed caffeine. It has proved very popular. We even have a small lineup at 10 a.m. We are now providing emergency food to those in need on a monthly basis. From March until mid-June, we had a portable toilet outside because there are no public washrooms in West Broadway. With every restaurant and agency closed, there is no place for homeless people to go. Unfortunately, the porta potty was removed by the company because of some issues. I'm still trying to figure out what to do. The knitting group and the sharing circle have started up again. The sharing circle meets outside. We are also accommodating one person a day to do their laundry. I'm afraid it will be some time before we are able to open the drop-in to the public. We continue to promote responsible social distancing while being aware that many of our city's more vulnerable people are finding this very difficult. We are encouraging everyone to love your neighbor from a distance and have provided posters for people to put up in their windows. Thank you for loving your neighbors from a distance by giving so generously at this time. Blessings, Linda Trono, Community Minister, West Broadway. And finally, I want to share a wonderful poem with you that was sent to me by Ann Carson, who is a former member of Selkirk United and who still joins us on Zoom for our sacrilegion gathering each week. And this poem that Anne sent to me, I think, fits perfectly with this theme of how we can best be the church during this time. Its author is unknown, although some attribute it to a William Crockett. And it has been used by many different churches as a kind of statement of faith or purpose or mission statement of sorts. And when I read it, I thought, yes, this is what we are called to be, whether we have a church of brick and glass and stone at the moment or an online version. Doesn't matter. This is the spirit of the church that God asks us to embrace, so that all people will know that they are God's. The poem is entitled, A People Place. If this is not a place where my spirits can take wing, where do I go to fly? If this is not a place where tears are understood, where can I go to cry? If this is not a place where my questions can be asked, where do I go to seek? If this is not a place where my feelings can be heard, where do I go to speak? If this is not a place where you'll accept me as I am, where do I go to be? If this is not a place where I can try to learn and grow, where can I just be me? That's by William Crockett. I hope that each of you finds such a place within this church family of ours. Be well, and I'll see you all again soon.